Okay, hello. My name is Annika Lundqvist.
Hello.
Yes, and I've been sitting here talking with Maureen, based in Kenya, based in Nairobi. Last week, I announced the Pedestrian Space Sustainable Urbanism and Planetary Health Curriculum Pilot for 2027, which is going to be completely focused on urban heat. I put the call out for municipal collaborations with scholars, academic interns, and I've had an absolute flood of responses, which is really exciting, but also unfortunately points, I think, to the severity and scale of the problem. Maureen was one person who responded, really interesting email, interested in academic internship. We've been sitting here chatting. Very interesting idea for an internship to bridge your existing environmental planning expertise to urban planning through a master's program. Um, and so, yeah, I'd love to hear a bit from your expert eye and work about issues of thermal stress in sub-Saharan Africa. And yeah, the work you're doing and also the work you are looking to do within this pilot for the internship.
Yeah, hello. My name is Maureen. I'm an environmental planning graduate. I'm in Nairobi. And one thing I would like to work on is the awareness, especially about walkability. This pilot will really help me educate people about walkability because this is a very new term for my people in my city because urban planning here is often very misunderstood and people really associate it with just approving buildings and very few people understand urban heat, very few people understand green infrastructure, very few people understand street design. And um, this pilot will really help me create that advocacy both to the community and to the people of my city. We have very many challenges that challenge this aspect, which could include street vendors. That's a very big challenge to us because you will find, people parking on street walks, there is no cycling spaces. Waste management is also a problem that really affects walkability. And Nairobi being a very big city with very natural aspects, especially we have forests. We were called the green city under the sun, which is really changing right now because of the many buildings coming up, the concrete, and people are really forgetting about planting more trees. This pilot will really help me in advocating towards this aspect of urbanism.
Yeah, I really like how you phrase that because, of course, as those of us paying attention and working with issues of urban heat know, so much needs to happen in the physical realm, but the
Mhm.
advocacy is really important for the psychological realm. As you said, people aren't aware about urban heat. I think in your email you mentioned that there's rising thermal stress in
Yeah,
sub-Saharan
true.
African cities. So that's
Yeah.
even with the rising thermal stress, you're observing that there's a sort of low public awareness about issues.
Mhm. Yeah,
Right.
even the tree cover, as I mentioned, it's really declining. And as I said, Nairobi was called the green city under the sun, and this is really changing. Public spaces are disappearing. And most people in the streets, even if you walk to someone on the street and ask them about walkability or urban heat, they wouldn't really know that. What's that about?
Right. Well, pedestrian space is, as we like to say, operating at the intersection of media, communication, research, and advocacy. And to me, the advocacy is really at the heart of it and reaching out to the public and engaging and talking with people. As you said,
Mhm.
there, I've observed it other places as well. I don't live in Africa, but where I live, and when I engage with people, they often haven't heard of walkability. They don't, for us,
Yeah.
it's so obvious because we work with these issues, but this is to me
Mhm.
at the heart of the education and the public engagement and the advocacy that you're talking about. So I'm really looking forward to collaborating with you on this. It's great. You're the first, I want to say, you're the first person I'm speaking with. I'm starting a string of meetings over the next several months as the rest
Mhm.
of 2026 is about co-creating this curriculum that I'm designing. I'm designing the curriculum, but as it's meant to be a global approach, I'm
Yeah,
looking for people like yourself who are local experts, local advocates, local educators who want to do
yeah.
something locally, but be part of this sort of urban heat network, education and advocacy developing and doing so many different things that I wanted to do these recordings so that we can share too and capture this moment in time, capture this inception of collaboration and also your ideas, which are important for your local work.
Yeah, I really love what you're doing. I really love this curriculum and the fact that it connects community, it connects education. Sometimes as I work with planning, I see planning just remains in the office, like it's never taken out there in the communities. That's why most people are not aware, and that's why most people do not understand why planning decisions really matter.
Hmm. That's
Mm.
great. Well, you're a planner that's connecting to community, and that's going to be. I'm really excited to work with you. So thank you. Thank you for
Yeah,
this time, this recording. It's great to capture this moment because we can now look ahead and begin creating and planning together. So thank you.
thank you too, and I really look forward to working with you.
I look forward to working with you too.